Oh my!
Dear Lord.
What is your question, Alex?
Oh, since I'm guessing Orin is in the dream realm too, right?
Yes. So you are. We didn't get to recap what happened. I had to change basically your entire background with old Bumpy, but which is fine. But basically, you were found in a cave. You were put magically to sleep, and your soul is like trapped in the plane of dreams. You don't know where you are, and we have not found you yet.
Awesome. If that's the case, Bro isn't in the spirit realm or whatever, so I can hang out with Oswald as Bro.
Oswald left. So he left you. You woke up the next morning, and he was gone, but old Bumpy was still there.
Oh,
I know Bro was there. I'm taking him with me. I ain't going front.
Where is my tiefling bro?
Yeah.
Where is he gone?
I would love to take Bro on my misadventures.
Please take him. You can take Bro because it doesn't look like I'm going to be too active. Take me with you.
I'll make it my priority to find dwarves.
All right. So you all wake up in your spectral, glittering forms. You look around and you see that you are inside a cavern. Maggie is able to interact with everyone for the first time. Corvus gets very pissed off about missing his mustache. And you guys are fully awake and cognizant. You find that Caesar is no longer a dog. He is a high elf man. And everything is just a little topsy-turvy right now.
All here distantly from another plan. I did it! And that's it.
Right? So in the meantime, I just...
That was random. Anyway. So, we're just sitting... What does the plane of dreams look like?
You're currently in a cavern, so you do not know.
Small spherical cave, I believe.
We should find a way out of the cave.
Sorry, can we just address the fact that there is no longer a dog among us for a second?
Mongo.
You know, I am just as confused as you
are. Sorry, it's just a lot to take in. I only know you to be a dog. It's... Wow.
Is this what it's like to have hands?
You mean you don't know? Hold on,
I'm a dog. What do you think?
I'm sorry. I was just under the impression that you had been a high elf before and were transformed into a dog. I don't know. I've got no idea. I'm sorry.
No, I've been a dog all my life. This is strange. I don't like this.
I mean, if it makes you feel more comfortable, it means we can't pet you anymore.
I just give you like a look of like, is that really the concern you have right now?
So anyway, what's our plan?
Where are we dropping, boys?
Well, first we need to figure out where we are, and why are all of you sparkly, but I'm not?
You are your normal level of sparkly. You do sparkle a little bit in general.
She's got that ether glow.
I can only imagine what Oswald's reaction was when the rest of you fell asleep and Aoife just vanished.
It was very funny, actually. Ant and I have been RPing since he left to kind of do like Oswald's adventures. And it has been very, very fun.
Nice.
Misadventures of Oswald and Bro. That is entirely what I'm hoping for. But
Oswald. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Is
no, his spirit is with you.
Ah.
Anyway,
Am I the only one who's forgotten why we're here?
I think we were searching for a dwarf boy with a metal. No, with a missing arm. With a missing arm.
Sorry. It's just a lot to take in. I don't know what I am anymore.
Am I?
So, so I suppose we just leave this cavern and look around.
Guess we should. And I'm gonna go to take a step and like instinctively move my arm with my step and realize that I no longer need to worry about moving my front appendages to walk other than to keep my balance. And I'm very thrown off by that. And I start kind of like wobbling
Waddling.
around, getting used to walking on two legs.
paddling in the air as you walk forward.
Are you okay, Caesar? Do you need help?
No, I'm fine.
That's about what I expected from
Well, then-
Caesar.
Okay, yeah, I actually am fine.
A little
Had to be
wobbly,
sure.
but otherwise okay. So you guys do manage to find a small like exit out of the cavern. You head down and it opens into a vast like flat dunes of sand. But as you look closer, you see that the sand is actually like pure glitter, like golden and all sorts of different colors of glitter. Just for as far as the eye can see, you see that the winds that are going over these dunes are picking up massive amounts of glitter and just like similar to a desert, but not hot. It is constant twilight, and there are two moons that are in the sky. And as you come out the entrance, you do see a rock outside of the entrance that has a plaque on it. And in common, the words are, "The plane of dreams is a place where almost anything can happen, if you can unweave the tapestry of magic and mortal connection."
Unweave the tapestry of magic and mortal connection?
Interesting. I'm gonna go like take notes of that in my notebook, and I just can't grab the pencil correctly, and I'm getting frustrated with it. So I just like cast Mage Hand to go write it, and I just write it with Mage Hand.
So, if almost anything can happen, how do we unweave the thingy?
I don't know. This whole dream thing is still new to me.
So, as a group, you guys are going to have to decide who is going to be your party leader, because there is now a party token.
Oh boy!
This is like a general map.
Wow!
Oh wow.
I
Okay.
nominate Caesar.
Seconded.
Caesar's probably gonna third that. He's self-aware. He knows he needs to be the leader.
I mean, Caesar, you are the most knowledgeable of all of us, and probably the most responsible. So you have my vote.
And the least prone to accidents.
I can't control my magic. It's not my fault.
Currently, that's debatable. Of the least prone to accidents while I get used to this body, but yes, I'll take the lead. Let's get our bearings. Figure out what
Okay.
is going on in this place.
Give me a second to set you up in the sheet.
I really like how there was no power struggle in the slightest.
I mean, Owen's not going to fucking know what to do as a team leader.
Okay, you should have access to the party token now if you drag and drop it where that is.
Ooh.
So that is where you are currently. Which direction would you like to head?
What's the sky look like?
The sky is constant twilight. There are no clouds, and there seems to be an endless amount of stars in the black sky. There are 2 equally beautiful moons that are shining dim light down onto the glittering sand.
Do they seem to be moving in different directions?
They don't seem to be moving at all.
Interesting. Are they in different parts of the sky?
They are.
Well, I'd imagine if I were lost in the material plane, I would follow where the moon and sun set. So, shall we follow one of the moons?
I think so. I mean, I guess we've got nothing else to go off of.
So which moon do we follow?
That is a difficult question.
We have all of our equipment, right?
You do, although it looks glittery and
spectral
spectral, yeah, in your hands.
Okay. Back to my sheet because I didn't transfer my inventory over. All right, I'm gonna take the owl feather out of my satchel,
Mhm.
and I'm going to just kind of toss it in the air, and in whatever direction closer to which moon it starts flowing, I'm gonna go that way after picking up the feather.
Okay. So you toss it into the air and it starts to head in this direction. You get 1 square of movement, and so you can move it to the left if you would like. So you guys start traveling through the glittering dunes, and you start to head over a dune, and you hear the winds start to pick up. The sparkling sand around you starts to just completely fill the air with the amount of wind that is going by. I need all of you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy. So it's a glitter storm.
Of course, I wasted the 12 on a gag.
That's who's the team leader. I did say I want to play devil's advocate. Corvus should be the team leader.
Corvus isn't here.
Hold on. Oh,
Corvus
wait, yeah.
Corvus is here. Nick is just not here.
Yeah,
Yes, well, Nick is not here, but Corvus is with the party.
got it.
That would have been a power struggle.
I'm missing someone, I think. Who am I missing?
I think it's just us 3 for now.
No. Yeah. This is
Oh,
And
right.
unless
Right. Yep. No. Okay.
Corvus and
My bad.
Carl's not here, and we haven't found Orin yet. So.
Right. We do one for. Wow.
We all suck.
Subpar across the board.
In my defense, I'm getting used to my new body.
You guys all take. Oh, that is not what I meant to do.
Uh-oh.
You guys take 6 force damage.
Oh.
Ow.
Good.
Nice.
And as you guys are going through the sandstorm, how are you like like as it starts to end, how are you guys? Like, what are you guys doing?
Magical glitter storm. I am protecting Maggie with my life.
Maggie is clinging onto you under your robes, going like, "What the heck?" You can feel her little wings as you're covering her. They flutter underneath your fabric.
It's okay. It's gonna pass soon, I think.
I mean,
And it does eventually die down. The winds cease howling. The glitter starts to settle, and you can see the beautiful 2 moons in the sky again.
There, see, that wasn't so bad.
She's shaking.
it wasn't so bad, but it did hurt a little bit.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that.
Yeah, I mean, wait, how far would we have? I mean, we haven't traveled far at all, so I suppose we can't see anything new, right?
You have been traveling for 1 hour.
1 hour, okay. Wow, that's holy crap.
This is a big map.
Indeed, I only just took in the scale of it, considering how far we've moved from going.
That's why there's a party token.
Yeah, I figured. Cool. I guess can I do a perception check to see if there's anything new?
Sure.
There is perception.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
So, as you're looking out into the distance, you do see to the north of, or what you can assume would to be the north on the map, there is something that is flying in the sky. It looks spectral, like all of you. It is long and flat, but from the distance that you are at, you would not be able to know, like, it's what form it is.
Okay. Is it flying in any like particular direction?
It is heading in the direction that you guys were coming from, but it is towards the north of you.
Right. Guys, I don't know if you can see that all the way up there over, I think, north. Something in the sky. I'm maybe this is a bad idea, but I'm thinking maybe do we follow it and see where it's going?
I mean, that sounds like a good idea to me. I don't think,
I mean, if anything, it might lead us to something.
or it might try to attack us.
We are in a new plane here. I don't think we can trust anything here until we can get our bearings.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Let's just keep moving.
Okay.
Hopefully we'll
Let's
find
go.
something soon.
So, Andrew, you can move the party one more. Andrew, I need you to roll me a d20.
$15.
The sky begins to close in on you.
There is a firestorm approaching.
So, as you guys, I need everyone to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Again?
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
That's
We're
better.
doing better
Fingers
this time.
crossed. Yeah.
Everyone's doing better.
So you guys are heading down a dune, and it's
Purpose 2.
oh right, thank you. I have to keep his sheet open.
I really hope he biffs it so that he just like fucking. Come on. Damn it.
He has very high dex. He is a rogue.
Fuck.
So you guys are heading down a dune, a very steep dune, and you're doing well as far as keeping your balance goes. But it is one of those situations where it is so steep that if you don't keep like you almost have to keep moving, or else you might like tip and fall.
Yeah.
So as you're going down, when you get to the base, you feel yourselves as you're coming to a running stop pass through an invisible field. And it almost feels like water as you like enter it. And then as you go to take a breath, you still are able to breathe. But you find yourselves back in Old Bumpy's tavern, or Old Bumpy's cabin. And you see a younger version of Old Bumpy with both of his eyes. He's very muscular. He stands very tall, probably about in his 20s, who is leaving with a full plate of like armor, and he's running out the door of his cabin.
Wow, what happened to Bumpy?
I mean, he
Yeah,
got his
old.
eyes sewn shut.
He got old.
That he did. Where do you think he's going?
Not sure.
Should we
This is
follow?
obviously a memory of some kind, or some projection of a dream.
Yeah,
Could
I
be
was going
any
to say
time in his life.
strange. I think. Do you think this has anything to do with his apprentice?
No, I doubt it. He looks too young in this memory to have even been around when his apprentice was even alive.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm just.
And for that matter, any of us alive.
Yeah. I suppose we just. I mean, is it worth following him, or do we just carry on the way we were going?
Well, judging by the fact that we're in this cabin now, might as well just follow him.
I
I am
suppose.
interested in learning more about Bumpy anyway.
I suppose that settles it. Let's go.
So you guys chase after Old Bumpy. And the world looks a lot different in his dreams than it normally does in like reality. You see that the edges of your field of vision are blurry, and they like blur out into white nothingness. As he's running through this white nothingness, the world is being built around him. And you see that he's running and running through fields that you know now hold like actual houses from the land that he lives on. And he runs and runs and runs up into a cave. You see him start to climb the side of a mountain as he's sweating, and he's a little farther ahead of you because you guys debated whether or not going after him. So are you guys going to climb up after him?
I'm gonna attempt to just float up after him.
You're going to attempt to float.
It's the
Hey,
dream world. Anything can happen.
As long as we unweave the tapestry of magic and mortal connection.
Give me
Whatever the
a
fuck that means. It sounded so matter of fact when I said it. I was just like, I'm clueless.
give me a raw arcana check.
Of course.
So you guys are running. You come to the base of this mountain. You see Old Bumpy 20 feet above you climbing the rocks. And you look at Caesar, and Caesar just looks like he's concentrating very hard.
I have an idea. Wait, Bree, would I be able to, like, if I tried to touch, like, Caesar and Aoife and Corvus, would I be able to touch them?
Yes, if you wanted to.
Cool. Everybody grab hold of me real quick. I want to try something. And I'm gonna, like, just, I suppose, with like to do it without ripping my clothes. Just like take off my shirt and let my wings like unfold.
Oh, you have wings now?
I had wings all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can you put the verbiage of your wings in the chat?
Let
I think
me.
it's literally just gives him a flying speed.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you see Erwin start to derobe.
Just the
do-
top half. I ain't getting fucking naked.
You see Erwin start to derobe from the waist up, and he puts out his hands towards you. Do you take his hands?
Yeah, I do.
With much less force than you were expecting, you are able to hold both Aoife and Caesar in your hands as you start to float. Oh, sorry. And how is Corvus holding on to you?
He can
Hold
sit at the
on to
bottom.
me.
He'll hold on to you.
I do want to say that.
Barrel monkeying this shit up, I guess.
Hell yeah.
I do want to say real quick that to prevent a wild magic surge from touching Aoife, I've got like my shirt and like wrapped it around my hand so that she can hold on.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Aoife is just eyeballing him because she had no clue he had wings. This is fun new information for her.
Caesar's just assuming that this is a thing that he can do because we're in the dream realm. So
Oh no, I've had wings my whole fucking life.
But they might have been kept under your robes or something.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean?
I'm very self-conscious of my wings.
But you guys start heading up, and you see that you are at Old Bumpy's level as you guys are heading up, and he comes to the top of the summit where there is an opening to the side of this mountain. He starts heading down, and you guys follow him. You see that he comes to this opening of a cavern that has a staircase that goes up to an altar where there is a chest, a golden chest that has a ray of just like sunlight that is hitting through a hole that is on the top of the cavern. He starts to run up those stairs, and as he gets closer to the top, he starts to slow down. And his fingers wrap around the golden chest, and you see the actual physical frame of where you guys are start to crack and fold into pieces as this huge red dragon starts to come out from the the side of the cavern. It rips through and starts to throw fire down at Old Bumpy.
Holy shit. He fought a dragon?
This guy's
His own?
intense.
This guy's nuts.
This guy's pretty awesome.
Call
Who said
him
that?
Old Bumpy if he's young.
Young Bumpy. That sounds like a shit rapper.
He's a rapper.
Young Bumpy on the mic.
I hate that.
I hate it too. I hate it too.
But you're laughing. You love it,
Because
really.
it's funny.
Just with little knots.
It's oh god. It's literally spelled Y-U-N-G. It's canon
Oh
now.
no.
It's canon now.
Bumpy is spelled B-U-M-P-I.
Yes. It's canon. Bumpy was a rapper. Or at least a slam poet.
So,
He's definitely gonna slam poetry this dragon.
so back to the matter at hand. I feel like that we are ill-equipped to take on a dragon, and thus should probably step back or leave.
I mean, we should at least get out the way of the fire. I don't want to stick around to find out if this will hurt us. Given the fact that it's possibly part of a dream, I still don't want to take my chances.
So you guys heading back out?
Yeah.
Now, how do we get out of the dream?
Fly up.
So, as you guys are looking for a way out of the dream, as you notice that beyond the immediate bubble around Old Bumpy, there is just vast whiteness. You do see that the dragon starts to blow flames down on him from where you are standing, and you guys are dropped out of the dream because he basically woke up because he died, and then
Shit.
you guys are dropped out of the dream back into the glittering stones.
Huh. So that didn't happen? That kind of been a memory.
This plane of dreams is weird. I don't like it. Can we go home?
As much as I'd love to, I think we have to stick around for a little while longer. I'm curious about what that chest was that Bumpy was trying to grab. I mean, if that was something that Bumpy's seen before, do you think it has any significance to us? Like, when we come out of here, if we went looking for it, would that be something we could find?
Well, if there's still a
Suppose-
dragon guarding it, I don't want it.
I mean, if there's a dragon guarding it, there's got to be something good in there, right?
This is
But
also
I think
a dream. It may not even be real.
that's true. I think for right now, we do need to focus on the task at hand, though.
Right.
So do you keep moving in the same direction?
I say so, yeah.
Okay.
Does anyone remember what the dwarf boy's name was?
Orin. Oh, wait, the dwarf, the apprentice of Bumpy, or the one that we were looking for originally?
I thought we were looking for the apprentice of Bumpy originally.
Okay, yeah, that's Orin.
No, it was two different people, but we also found out that the person we were sent to this place, all three of the people that we were sent to find were all dead.
Yeah.
So,
Fun times.
so that was a lost lead. So
Yes. So here we are now.
So, Andrew, I need you to roll me d20 if you're going to move that.
oh well, what direction are we moving?
Same one we were going in, I think. To the left, to the left.
Left.
Oh, God.
I'm here all week. Purely because I have nowhere else to be.
Oh.
By the way,
Mhm.
based on the notes that I took off of Bumpy's research and stuff, am I able to surmise if we're in the core, the Terai, or the Veil?
You can surmise that it's probably the veil.
Gotcha.
The veil is a vast place where it is the closest connected to the material plane. It's where pockets of dreams of people from the material plane appear and disappear as they fall in and out of sleep.
Oh, I was gonna say, could we like accidentally stumble upon our own dreams? But I guess that cancels that out.
Yeah, this is basically just a big old empty landscape that pocket dimensions keep popping up. We just entered a pocket dimension
Got it.
and just got thrust out of it while Bumpy was dreaming.
Hold on. Do you reckon that means that Bumpy could have seen us if he like turned around?
I don't know. We'll have to test that theory next time we enter one.
Interesting.
So,
could really fuck with Ted.
Could we?
as you move through the dunes of sand, you guys see a group of creatures. They look like they are made of.
What?
Made of what? Sorry.
I'm sorry, hold on. I'm just bringing up the photo so I can describe it. They look like they're made of pure night sky and stars. They look similar to horses or to elk, where they have like the body, that general body, and you see these bright, shining, almost as bright as the stars, antlers coming off of its head. You can see them in the distance. There are.
That's spooky.
Are
I don't like
those
the look of that.
deer?
I
What
don't
are they doing in
know.
the desert?
Caesar, I'm scared. I don't like that.
Perhaps we should keep our distance.
I think that's a good idea. I don't want to be any part of that.
You mentioned that as Eva's already 3 steps closer to them, and she stops, goes, "Oh, right, this."
I don't want them to recruit me to Jehovah's Witness.
Oh my god. Okay. Are you gonna move again?
Yeah, we'll move, but obviously we're skirting around those creepy cultists.
Okay.
What?
They looked like animals. Like they didn't look like they were like people.
The animal cult.
Creatures, yeah.
You never know what happens in the Feywild.
What stays in
Oh,
the
I know what
Feywild?
happens in the Feywilds.
Oh my.
There's legends of an elephant man having sex with a goblin prostitute.
She was not a prostitute.
It was a
I'm
Luxodon,
sorry,
wasn't it?
what?
She was a ticket collector, and she had a family. Okay.
I'm
Yet
pretty sure
she
Borson was a
still
Luxodon,
had
right?
sex with Borson.
He was
I am-
really high on his charisma check.
Hey, if it's out there, you go get it.
And he also rolled really high on his athletics check, which made it worse.
Oh
Hey.
no!
The thing is, they never actually had sex. She ran out like half naked, like not screaming. I think it was something
Oh,
else.
she was screaming.
Oh, was she? Oh, okay.
She was mad. Yeah.
Yeah,
Borson, a big boy.
yeah.
Moving on.
Anyway, I moved.
You guys entered a pocket dimension just now.
No, we were
Are we-
reminiscing about my last game.
Are we,
Are you
are we
sure?
rolling a d20?
Yeah, you roll a d20.
Super weird, unrelated pocket dimension for us to enter.
Fourth wall pocket
Anyway,
dimension.
for me to see Nisk again. I miss him.
Oh.
I love Nisk.
I was so
Okay.
excited to kill that
What?
noble.
What crazy, creepy shit we seeing now, Bree?
So, you guys are walking and you head first into another pocket dimension. Here you see a one of the druid kids that you guys went to school with. You see him in like through the glass of where like there's this greenhouse that the druids use at Abernant. And you're watching him through the glass of the greenhouse as he is growing and like looking over his shoulders and like growing plants of marijuana.
Oh, hey, it's Farley.
Nice.
Farley?
Yeah, it's Farley. Please don't. I just picked a name off the top of my head.
Okay. I mean, Owen wouldn't have talked to enough people to know who Farley was. Do we?
Bro would remember him if he were here.
from a
I'm
very
sure
far.
Caesar would remember him too, because for opposite reasons.
It wasn't even the reason I was talking about, but okay.
Bro's
So,
not a drug man.
So Caesar's gonna kind of tell everyone, all right, let's test this theory. I feel like we won't freak him out as much if I appear, because I don't think he'd recognize me. So
I think that would
hold back. Let me
probably-
test this.
Okay.
I'm gonna go around to the entrance of the greenhouse and kind of calmly walk in.
How old is Caesar in dog years?
In dog year, so he's a 3-year-old dog, so he's 21. So I'd imagine his elf form looks about 21.
Okay.
In fact,
So
I have the token if you want to see it.
no, it's fine.
I want to see it.
If you
I
want to
wanna
show
see it.
everyone else, you can blow. I'll blow it up for everyone. Hold on.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's
what
Oh,
a
wait,
handsome
that's-
boy.
That's way less than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. If you select a token and hit Shift Z, it'll blow it up so you can all see it like real
Oh.
big.
Real big.
At least it'll
Whoa!
show original.
Whoa.
There you go.
Hey.
Damn, he hot.
I like the monocle. I dig it.
Yeah.
I was thinking he was clean shaven, and then I realized no, he super has a full beard. Like,
Yeah, you can't go from dog to high elf and not have a full beard.
What a quote.
Context channel.
So Caesar, you walk in your high elf form. He hears the greenhouse door open. He turns around, and he's standing up very straight and very much like he's trying to hide the view of the plant from you. So he's like, he has it behind his back. Like he's like, "Hey, so what are you doing here? I've never seen you before. Are you a druid?"
oh, don't worry, I'm here to purchase.
Oh. Okay, who referred you?
Can I make a history check to see if I remember any of the other
Yeah.
druid students?
Oh yeah. You could just literally make up a name.
Jackson.
Oh, okay. How much are you looking to purchase?
How much you willing to sell?
I have about 3 pounds right now, but I mean, I could always make more.
You know what? Let me come back to you on that. I'll probably buy the whole stock. Just gotta make sure I have the amount of money for that. I'll be back.
You see that his eyes get big as he his eyes get big as you start to walk out.
Owen is like
Caesar has
watching.
no idea how much weed is a lot of weed.
Caesar is super aware of this. He just wanted to see the reaction because this whole thing was not to. He just wanted to prove the hypothesis that we can interact with these people while they're in dreams. He's not planning on coming back at all.
Owen is watching slack Jordan or just like the way fucking Caesar handled that.
So
I don't
wanna
want to smoke
fucking
weed, but I
bro.
know 3 pounds is a fuck ton.
I had no
I leave-
idea Caesar knew weed.
I leave the greenhouse and I come back to the group and I just go, well, our hypothesis is correct. We can't interact with them while we're in these dreams. So, I suggest
As you
let's
look
not
into the
use that power.
greenhouse, you see that he starts shoving more seeds down into the dirt and like magically casting spells to grow it at an alarming rate. Like he
Oh, his poor
looks
little
panicked.
heart. His poor little heart when he wakes up and realizes it's never happened.
Oh,
He will probably,
this
you
came
know what?
true.
Caesar, you probably just encouraged him to grow more in real life.
He said as a
I'm
side.
gonna
don't
make my
care
dreams
anymore.
as a reality.
He will never meet the Caesar he knew.
I just like imagine like if I remember to do this when we get back, I'm just gonna go up to him and just say, "You should stop growing weed in the greenhouse." Just like, how do you know
break
that,
his
Caesar?
heart.
I'm
You
just
can't
like, don't
break
worry
his
about
heart
it.
like that. Oh, that's so mean.
Anyway.
He was one of the 2 students that got like fully knocked out by the stone golem at the dance, like in the first round of combat.
Well, that good news is he's still alive then.
Yeah, true. Very
If
true.
he's dreaming, it means he's still alive. So
Does that mean he would recognize Aoife? Since Aoife went and healed him?
Yes, actually.
Ooh.
that's
Meanwhile-
why Caesar went, because he'd probably recognize any of us, and we don't want to do that right now. So.
Oh yeah, true. I mean, he probably wouldn't recognize Owen because he was already fucking knocked out, surrounded by crystal golems. So
I mean, also, you gotta remember it's dreams. Like, how often do you believe the people you see in your dreams mean anything, right?
Yeah.
I think it depends on how logical of a thinker you are in real life, because there are definitely bitches out there that are like, the healing crystals tell me Mercury's in retrograde, and like they're just like believe in the dream analysis and shit.
Oh yeah.
At me like that, Bree.
He's been caught out.
Christ almighty, Bree just came from my jugular. Oh my god.
So I just had
Assassination witnessed live on camera.
Sorry.
I just had a random thought here. If we stumble into a dream and somebody's dreaming about us, would we meet ourselves?
We can't do that.
Or
That's
do you
gotta be-
become the part of that dream?
I think if we see ourselves in someone else's dream, probably best not to introduce ourselves alongside ourselves, because that could break the mind of whoever is having the dream. I think.
That's it. Aoife is now determined to find someone who's dreaming of her.
Owen does his best.
But Erwin's right there.
Owen does his best not to fall asleep the entire time they're in the plane of dreams. Hey, I mean, Owen usually has nightmares, and Eva hasn't been in one so far, so it should be okay.
Do you think we could find Oswald's dreams? He's around here somewhere, right?
That's a very good point.
We could pop in and say hi.
Huh.
Well, either way, I think we should keep going.
Yeah. Let's get out of here.
Tell me that sweet, sweet D20.
I'm gonna keep moving this. Yeah. Another 9.
The same dream, the marijuana dream.
You step back into the dream and the guy's waiting for you.
We will.
Oh my god.
Truly 2 steps forward and 1 step back.
So you guys trip into another dream bubble. And you are once again at Abernant. This time you are at the theater. And the theater is packed with students and like parents, and you see that there are these people that are in the front row that are all wearing like tuxes and look very snooty. You see that there like is a banner that's above the theater that says band regionals.
Corvus, it's your time to shine.
And you see that at like on stage is the tiny halfling Fastos, who runs the band. And you see everyone that is in the band on.
Can I look around to see if we're anywhere in here?
You do not see yourselves.
Okay, cool. That's one less problem.
Well, whoever's dream this is has clearly got a lot of people on his mind.
I want to test another hypothesis. Can I go up to the nearest audience member and attempt to talk to them?
Sure.
Just
So
gonna
the
go up.
nearest audience member to you is a. No, it's a couple of parents. They look like human parents.
So I'm gonna go up to them and just go, excuse me, but what is this concert for?
You see, as they take their faces away from Fastos and turn their faces towards you, their eyes, mouths, eyebrows, nose, everything disappears. It is just a blank of like palette of skin.
That's
All right.
terrifying.
That is another
Okay.
hypothesis proven. The only person that we can interact with in these dreams are the person having the dream. So, to answer your question, Eva, if we found ourselves, it is merely just a projection of ourselves through their mind. We won't be interacting with ourselves.
I don't want to see myself without a face.
Then
Me
It's like
either.
some creepy
don't try to
Spirited Away stuff.
then try to keep their attention on the person, because it seems that everything is built through the perspective of the person having the dream. So as long as anything is facing the direction of the person, it will have all the detail that we need. But as evident with these two people, who I caught their attention, when they turned around, they were no longer in the field of view of the person having the dream. Therefore, we are not able to interact with them.
So that
So these are all
must mean.
just projections of people. They're not real.
Do you think that means that we're in Fastos' dream then?
Correct.
Huh.
You see that the little halfling lifts up his little conductor wand and starts to have the band play. And you see that they are wildly out of tempo and wildly off tune. And you see that he starts sweating profusely as he's looking back at the first row of people that are within the theater.
So I
Interesting.
think we
He's
could
having a stress
surmise.
dream.
Yeah, I think we could surmise that these guys in the front row, they're assessing him.
Can
He
I
seems to be
cheer him
having
on
a
from the back?
nightmare.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, let's give him some encouragement.
Yeah. He's
So-
doing great. We love it.
Aoife, as you hear yourself start to scream that he's doing great and that everyone loves it, you start to hear that the music starts to get a little better.
Yeah.
The tempo, they start to come on tempo, but they are still a little off key.
Come on, man, you got this.
And you hear that the music starts getting better and better the more that you guys cheer him on. And the people who were once sitting quietly judging him are now clapping and standing as this full orchestra starts to play a beautiful ballad.
Yeah.
Yeah. We turned what probably would have
Aw.
ended up as a nightmare into a good dream.
That's so
I
wholesome.
very much want them to wander into Oswald's nightmares.
You decided not to sleep.
I didn't I?
You did. You
Oh.
decided not to sleep.
To be fair, I was specifically saying not to sleep in that town specifically.
That's worrying.
So as you guys are cheering him on, you see that the reality around you starts to crack and break, and you are suddenly plopped back into glitter.
It
That's
sounds like
nice.
so much fun.
It's everywhere.
I don't like glitter. It's coarse.
Do
It's rough.
I notice?
It gets everywhere.
Do I notice that we are no longer in? Because the last time we got dropped out of a dream, it placed us back where we entered the dream. But this time, I'm assuming we can recognize that it's a different part of the plane.
If you're continually looking at the stars every time that you plop out of a dream, yes, you would notice that you have moved.
Interesting. Do the positioning of the stars and the moon and stuff like that? Did I basically? I'm trying to basically in character this a mechanic thing, did I notice the direction that you moved our token?
Give me a nature or investigation. Yes, you would have noticed that you are more east of where you were before.
I have another theory, guys. So as
Okay.
we kept going that direction, we were witnessing potential nightmares, correct?
I'd say so.
But turning this dream actually brought us in the opposite direction of where we were moving. I can tell from the positions of the stars. I think we were heading in the direction of the. Sorry, pulling up my notes.
The demon realm?
The Terai. Because my theory here is that when we turned that dream into a good dream, because it was going to be a nightmare, it was heading towards the Terai. But now that we've turned it into a good dream, it started bringing us towards the core.
Okay. Question is, do
Which
we want to
direction
go
do we need to
towards...
be going?
Yeah, do we want to go towards the core or the Terai?
Well, we want to be going towards the core if we don't want to have to fight off nightmares. So my suggestion, if we head towards the core, possibly we'd be able to talk to some more friendly folk and get our bearings and see what we can do from there.
That's true. I'm also thinking Orin... Well, I suppose... Wait, I assume I wouldn't know his name, would I? Oh, wait, we did learn that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Bumpy referred to him as Orn.
Yes. I'm assuming that Orin's soul would be stuck in the Terai, correct? I mean, I can't imagine
Not
they would
necessarily. Could be
trap
stuck here in
his...
the Vale.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'm just... It feels to me like the way that Bumpy put it, it sounded like it was a bad thing. So Terai sort of just gives me that vibe.
Right. But what I'm saying is if we can make our way to the core, perhaps we can find someone to help us navigate through the Vale to get to the Terai.
Okay, yeah, that tracks.
You think
Alright.
there's other people out here?
Well,
It's gotta be.
from the notes that I read, we're in the Vale right now, which is kind of a wasteland, if you will, where where our dreams connect to the plane of dreams. Perhaps the core and the Terai are more, shall we say, civilized than the Vale.
Hmm.
There are a people who reside here. They're called the Kalishtar.
Yeah,
Ooh, I've heard of them.
but wait, do you know what they look like, Eva?
No.
From what I read
I've
from
just heard
Bumpy's
the
notes,
name
they
before.
look. From what I read from Bumpy's notes, they're simply just human. Look human.
Okay.
They do give off a general glow or soul, typically.
So perhaps we can make it to the core. Possibly get a request audience with Voxomnia, the leader of the core, and possibly help get some sort of help getting through the Vale into the Terai.
Yeah.
You sure know a lot about this, Caesar.
I spent all night reading about it.
Sorry, out of character, I just want to say this. I'm having not reservations, just suspicions that Aoife might be a Kalishtar. Just because of the fact that she came into the plane of dreams and maintained her glowy form. Could I do like a insight check to check if that's the case? Just based on what Caesar's told
It would
us?
probably be like a raw intelligence check.
Okay, I'll give that a go. When I find it.
It's in alphabetical order, my dear.
It is. There's intimidation, investigation. Oh wait.
If it's just straight intelligence, it'll be.
Intelligence. You click on
it'll-
the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Got it.
So Erwin starts to piece together that Aoife's body looks exactly the same as it did on the material plane. And they all, like, as far as the rest of the party, you guys all look like very different. There's also this being that only Aoife could see when she was on the material plane. And now she can see that being. And Erwin starts to piece together that maybe Aoife is a Kalishtar? Maybe she's from here?
Aoife, I just want to ask you a quick question, if that's okay.
Of course.
So, when we were on the material plane, none of us could see Maggie. And now that we're all here, we can all see Maggie and you can interact with her. Forgive me if this is too much of an assumption, but do you think you might be a Kalishtar? I mean, you did maintain your solid form when we got here. We're all spectral and shit, but you look exactly the same.
I don't think I'm a Kalishtar. Last I checked, I was an Azamar. Hang on, let me check. As she turns on her radiant soul to sprout her wings out and goes, "Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I'm an Azamar."
Okay. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have assumed. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Most people assume I'm human anyway.
Yeah. I was just curious. I'm sorry.
No need to apologize.
Owen just kicks at the glitter shy because he made a stupid assumption.
It's okay. I kind of ran away from Mount Celestia anyway, so I don't really use the wings that often. I can understand the confusion.
Okay.
I love how Aoife had wings, but instead of Aoife flying and helping Erwin, she just dangled from Erwin like earlier.
I only get one use of radiant soul per day.
So it was better to let Erwin die than use that.
Pull my arm out of my socket.
Hey, she said we were surprisingly light, okay?
I know.
Okay, so shall we keep moving in this direction then?
Yes.
All right. Move in this direction now.
Roll me a d20.
Yeah. 10.
So you guys pop into another dream bubble, and you see that you are in what appears to be an office of some sort. You see what?
Sandman? I want to see the Sandman.
So you see rows, and it's a large office. It's a large building. You see 2 long rows of desks that are against this long building. And you see that there are some doors behind you, and there is a sign on the wall. And the sign says Cabercorp, or no, it says Chris Tech.
Interesting.
Erwin, give me a perception.
I thought this might be coming. Papa?
So as you're looking down the rows, you do see your father, who is buried under paperwork, sitting at his desk. And you see that on his desk is a little picture of the family. You see that there is a little one of those ball things that tick back and forth. And you see that he has his glasses on the tip of his.
Talking about a Newton's cradle.
That's
Yes. And you see that his glasses are down by the tip of his nose, as with his left hand he's reading over papers. and with his right hand, he's squeezing what would be considered a stress ball as he's sitting there, scouring over paper.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go up to him and just wait. I wouldn't. What's his name again? I forgot.
That's a
Dad.
great question. Let me look that up. There is an actual name that we gave him.
I'm certain Owen would not refer to him as Dad.
Raiden.
Raiden. What are you doing?
Erwin, what are you doing here?
Last time I checked, I lived here.
You live in Christech.
Well,
Did you get a job?
no, Raiden, I didn't get a job. I'm sorry. I came to visit. I got bored at home.
Oh, I'm so happy you came to visit me. Please sit down. And he pulls a chair over to the side of his desk for you to sit in.
I gingerly sit down.
And how are your studies going?
I gotta be honest, I'm having a little bit of trouble.
Trouble? What kind of trouble?
Aoife slowly peeking her face around the corner.
Caesar is grabbing Aoife and pulling her behind.
So,
In a low voice, we shouldn't be interrupting this. This is good. We might be able to get a little bit more headway if we can turn this into a better dream.
so there was an incident at homecoming, Raiden. I don't know what to make of it. It scared me.
An incident? What kind of incident?
One of my party members, he tried to pull a prank on everyone by putting on... God, I hate this. He put on Cotton Eye Joe rather than what was planned to be put on for the music, and it put everyone under this spell. Like, it made them start dancing, and the more they danced, they started getting petrified.
Erwin,
And
are you sure this is not just one of your outbursts?
I'm sorry?
You know that when sometimes things go poorly when you cast magic. Were you casting magic at all?
I didn't try to cast a spell at all, Raiden.
Don't get defensive.
I'm sorry, I want to connect with you better. It's just hard, okay? I don't know where to go with you.
What do you mean?
Every time I speak to you, I always feel like you're on the attack. Sometimes it feels like you don't listen to me. It feels like you ignore me. I don't know how to respond to you. You have to give me something to work with if you want me to like you.
You see that as you say that you don't like your father, all of the co-workers that are around him, their heads start to turn towards his desk, and he says, Erwin, this is not the place for this kind of conversation. You can hate me all you want, but all I've ever done is try to make sure that you are safe with yourself and safe for others. And you see that like more and more people are turning their heads towards him. And he goes, I'm just saying that I have done everything as a father.
I'm going to come over and knock on the door. And just kind of meekly approach, taking
Owen
advantage of the fact that he wouldn't recognize me.
Owen is fully crying.
Pardon me, sir. but there's an issue happening down in the mail room, and I think you need to intervene.
I'm not some mail boy. I actually have accounts I need to take care of.
Yes, sir, I'm aware, but I really think that you need to be able to intervene here. It's something that you'll be able to take care of. It's the managers are not being able to control the situation.
Ugh. He scoffs. He gets up and starts heading towards the door. The world moves around him, and Erwin plops onto a white floor in this vast white nothingness as his father starts to move away towards.
Gonna sit here. I don't want to go near him.
Erwin, we should probably leave this dream before it ends. At least we can not lose any headway in our direction. Should this turn bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So is there a way to leave, can I identify any exits to this place, or
Give me an Arcana check.
yeah? That's
So
the right now.
You can deduce that when you fall into a dream bubble, that you either have to wake the person up or have the person killed in order to get out of.
Okay. All right. So my guess is the only way to get out of this is to end the dream, but we don't want to end it as a nightmare, or we'll end up heading more towards the try.
I feel like I've already messed this up. I'm sorry.
You're fine, Erwin.
I couldn't. I wanted to speak to him about homecoming and.
Erwin, this is not the time to be able to have question answering conversations with these people. They are not aware that you are actually who you are. They're dreaming. To them, this is just a dream. He's going to wake up and he's not going to know this interaction ever happened.
I know. I felt like since we were here and it's not physically him, I felt like I could be a little bit more assertive.
I think what we need to do, to get you back over to him, we need to try to end this on a good note. Let's try to keep this a good dream. Or, if anything, let the dream finish the way it was supposed to. That way it would just plop us down where we entered it. Either way, I need you to be able to end this dream.
Okay. I'll see what I can do. I'm gonna get up and start following Raiden.
So you start to follow him, and he's now in the mailroom fixing a major mail problem, and he is.
Actually, I'm going to take note of the fact that I actually caused that to happen just by saying it and convincing him it was reality. And I was like, interesting. I can actually shape the events of dreams just by mentioning something.
Mm-hmm. And you see that there are these tubes that are coming down, and there are way more tubes than there normally are. And they're Harry Potter style when he didn't answer the Hogwarts, the mail is just coming out of everywhere. And it is just filling up bins and bins and bins of letters as he freaks out trying to fix
What am I supposed to do about this?
We should at first try to stop this thing that I created. I didn't realize I'd be able to create something like this just by speaking it into existence.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think I have any way that I can do anything about this.
Well, perhaps just the act of helping might help the situation.
Yeah, you're probably right. Okay.
Let's see what we can do to fix this.
Yeah.
Can I make a just a raw intelligence check to see if I can see how this contraption works?
The contraption of the mail?
Yeah, like see if I can notice anything that maybe there's like a emergency shut-off switch or maybe even a perception or investigation check.
Yeah, you can give me an investigation check if you want to. So when you are looking at the situation, you can even see that like above these tubes is white nothingness. These letters are coming from nowhere. You can assume that the room in real life does not have this many tubes. Like it would be an obscene amount of tubes to keep up with. Yeah. And so it just looks like there's like it's whatever is in his mind. There's no way out of it. It's just the tubes and mail coming through.
Sir, do you know where the emergency shut-off switch is?
Emergency shut-off switch? I don't even know where I am right now. I am not the mail boy.
Sir, it was in your manual when you took the job. It was on page 63.
You see that behind him there is a bookshelf and a new book ploops into existence. As he turns around, he takes the book out and he starts flipping through to page 63. And he goes, for the love of Pelor, and he goes underneath the contraption and a lever that wasn't there before, he switches it off and the mail ceases to start coming in. But there are still tons and tons of mail in the bins and on the floor.
I'm gonna immediately like run over and start picking up mail and trying to like organize it a little bit. Raiden, I know I don't work here, and I know I'm probably interfering a little too much, but I feel bad about what I said in your office, and I want to make it up to you. I'm sorry.
You see that he looks at you and the dream itself starts to fracture, and you guys get plopped a little closer to where you
Okay. Not as bad. Not as bad. We diffuse the situation a little bit. I'm gonna just like you guys are gonna look over at Caesar, and there's just like this glimmer in his eyes you've never seen before, and he's like really excited about this place now. And he's like frantically taking notes in his notebook, and he's just like, looking around, and like what he'll be doing is like the mage hand is like frantically taking notes while he picks up some sand and like investigates it and just lets it like fall out of his hands, and he goes, my friends, this is the most amazing place I've ever been. We can literally shape this place's existence by speaking it into existence. Think about it. I mentioned to Erwin's father that all he needed to do was check the manual, that apparently I pulled that out of my ass, and it just popped into existence, and he believed it as reality. We can control these dreams to get us to where we need to go. We can ride these dreams as if they're waves on an ocean. Do you realize the breakthrough that we found here?
You see Corvus looking off into the distance. I don't know. I think it's just some fucking glitter.
I'm gonna take a small handful of glitter. I'm just gonna put it in my pocket and try to hold on to it.
Okay.
Maybe I can pull it out of the dream realm. That'd be cool. Dream realm glitter. I'm gonna put it on everything.
Market that shit, Eva.
$1 billion empire right there, Eva.
All right, now here's the plan, guys. We're going to keep going in this direction, and if we enter another dream, we have to make sure it stays a good dream, and better yet, make it a better dream than it was already going to be. If we can make these better dreams, we can literally ride these like force waves all the way through the veil.
Okay.
All right, so be careful about what you say, and make sure anything that you do say helps the dream become better. Because anything that you say will become reality when we're in one of these dreams. Are we clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Careful words.
Hmm.
I think I can do that.
Honestly, I'm
Right.
just proud of myself for not having a surge during that outburst.
I'm proud of you too.
Yeah,
No.
let's carry on.
Let's keep moving.
Roll me that d20.
Am I just going to assume to roll a d20 every time we move?
Yeah.
Cool. 9.
You're very consistent with your d20
No,
rolls,
right?
too.
Marijuana Dream Part 3! Do this.
She has to pull another Academy member just out of the woodworks to throw it at us. This is what he's dreaming.
Dream harder!
So you guys you guys plop into another dream bubble, and you see that you are outside of the band room, and you're looking into the band room, and you see Olina, the pretty goth girl, talking to a Corvus, who is sitting at an acoustic piano and is playing.
I think I know what we have to do here.
Corvus, you were staying right here. Do not move.
I'm gonna elbow Corvus and tease him the same way that he was teasing me about Aoife.
So here's the plan.
now, doesn't it, bitch?
Here's the plan. Clearly, she's dreaming about you, Corvus. What we're going to do, we're going to find a way to get Corvus out of the room. We're going to find a way to get the construction of Corvus out of the room. Once we get that conversion of Corvus out of the room, you're going to go in and then form the dream in the direction we need to go.
What?
Is that in character as Corvus or?
So,
Hold
does
on.
she know him as Corvus or Barnabas?
Barnabas.
Barnabas.
We are the only ones who know it.
Gotta make sure we use the right name.
Who would be the best one of us three to send? Because I don't know if maybe if we sent Aoife to get. Oh wait, yeah, good point. Oh shit.
Is he at work?
I have no idea where he is.
I'm gonna
Do we wait for a response or do we just do it for him?
I don't feel comfortable making that character decision for him.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, fair.
That's a good point.
I mean, if he doesn't respond, we could always just retcon this and I can re-roll, do a different dream. But let me see if he answers if I call him.
Okay.
Just in the middle of work, and you're just like, "Hey, would you seduce a goth girl in D&D?"
Oh. So excited.
Well, while this is going on, I'll be right back.
Nick,
Hey, what's up?
can you hop on Discord real quick?
I literally just got home from LA.
Oh, fair.
Oh shit!
How quick do you need me on?
We're doing a thing. It involves dreams. They can hear you, by the way. I have my speakerphone on my mic.
Okay.
We're doing a thing. It involves a dream with Goth Girl dreaming about Corvus. And
Oh, Jesus Christ.
and long story short, we need to figure out how we figured out that we can actually mold the events of a dream by just saying it. And we also figured out that if it ends good, it pushes us in the direction we want to go. So we found a dream of Goth Girl dreaming about Corvus, and the plan is to try to get actual Corvus, not the construction of Corvus, to seduce Goth Girl.
Tell her, nice big titty, want some fuck. Alright, gotta unpack luggage, Godspeed.
Alright, sweet.
Bye.
Cheers, mate.
Oh, God.
I think I would take that as consent. Go for it, but be super awkward about it.
And how are you planning on getting fake Corvus out?
I feel like if we send Eva into the room to like say, "Hey, Barnabas, come with me," that'll probably make her jealous.
Yeah, that's a bad choice.
So it's got to be either
Does anyone have-
Caesar or
does any-
me.
Does anyone have any instruments on them right now?
No.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay. All right. All right. I have an idea. Corvus, just get ready to jump in. And I'm gonna go over to one of the band lockers, and I'm actually, you know what? No, I'm not even gonna go to band locker. I want to test something. I'd like to try to will a loot into my hand. Just like say I have a loot, and then just hopefully a loot appears in my hand.
You say, I have a loot, and then a very basic loot appears in your hand.
Sweet! That's so cool. Okay. By the way, this is not just Caesar nerding out about this encounter. This is also Andrew nerding out about this encounter. This is
I was worried this was going to be boring for you guys,
No,
and I'm
I like
happy that you're excited
This is
about
so
it.
cool.
I want to do some dream shit.
I'm gonna walk into. I'm gonna just kind of knock on the band room door and just go. Barnabas. Can I speak to you about something real quick in the hallway?
A faceless head turns to you, gets up, and starts to walk out. You see Olina looking very sad.
Don't worry, Lena. I'll have him back soon.
Okay.
And I'm gonna like take this like faceless body, and as we turn the corner, does the body stay or does it like disappear?
It disappears. It starts to fade to glitter.
Okay. I'm gonna wait like maybe like 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna cue Corvus to enter.
Okay. So Corvus enters, and I'm gonna do what would that be? Persuasion? Charisma? Charisma?
Yeah.
Well, so I don't know, because like I've always, because seduction is not a real skill, but I guess you could make it a skill.
I've always assumed it was a charisma-based
Persuasion.
skill.
I would assume it was a
Well, it definitely
charisma
is.
based. Yeah.
But I guess I would do. Well,
Persuasion,
I would do persuasion.
performance.
Performance, I think, would be the best option for that, especially given Corvus doesn't really
Whichever
want to do
one-
this.
Whichever one he has a higher ability score in.
Okay. That doesn't. You have to choose one. I will do performance. That's what we've decided
I would
on.
say performance, basic, especially because Corvus doesn't want to do this, so he really needs to put on a character for this.
Okay.
My boy.
Boy.
Big titty goth girl wants some fuck.
I'm just picturing his girlfriend next to him as they're coming back from LA or whatever. Oh man. But so you see Corvus walks in and he sits down at the computers, not at the computer, at the piano, and starts just smashing keys, but it sounds beautiful.
That's the thing. That's the thing. He doesn't need to know how to play the piano because we're in the dream realm. He can just say he knows how to play the piano. Bam, he knows.
And he's just like, I know I'm brilliant, but I just wanted to let you know as I'm building this masterpiece that your hair and eyes and face and mouth and nose are all and other parts. He does a look down and up back to her face. Are all very, very beautiful. And you see she just swoons for it.
Owen's just like taking notes.
Not letting Eva see, of staring course. at him, going, "That worked on her."
I can't roleplay Corvus. But so
Like, actually, all those words just in Corvus's voice are still Corvus's words, so you did fine.
And so the fabric of reality starts breaking, and you guys plop back into the veil.
Oh,
What you assume is the veil.
Owen puts his notebook away.
Correct.
Nice.
Thanks for taking one for the team, Corvus.
Yeah, it's
Taking one for
real
the-
hard to flirt with women.
Taking one for the team, he literally just got himself a W in real life.
All right, moving on.
Natural 20.
Hell yeah.
So you guys head over another dune of glitter. And at this point you guys are like pretty sure that you're heading towards the core. And you are able to start to see those things that were flying in the sky previously. You've now caught up with them. And you see that there is this giant spectral glittering manta ray that is flying in the sky in the direction that you're going.
Does it
So
look
pretty.
hostile?
That has to be the thing that I saw earlier on. Do you remember?
Does it look hostile?
It doesn't even notice you.
Cool.
I'm gonna throw something at it.
I want to ride one.
All
It's
right.
pretty high up in the sky. Like you guys would, like those of you with wings would have to bolt after it. Like
All right, we're definitely heading in the right direction.
Aoife closes her eyes and very, 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 tightly and goes, I can fly forever, I can fly forever, I can fly forever. And she leaps into the air. And does it work?
you start as you're closing your eyes and you are like clenching your tiny fists. You saying, chanting, "I can fly forever." You start to feel yourself levitating off of the ground, and with every "I can fly forever," you start shooting off into the sky.
Yes!
Can we just real quick have Aoife's token appear on the map and just fucking shoot?
Just whoosh. I'm gonna catch it!
So you eventually get up into the sky next to this giant, massive manta ray. Like, I'm talking like a football field-sized manta ray. And you are flying right next to it. Its glitter that is coming off of its spectral form is like hitting you in the face as you're so close to it as you're flying.
Put it in your pockets.
Put it in my pockets.
Take it all. Now
Dream dust, blue voltage.
I'm now curious as to fucking like whether or not the glitter we've been working on is just like the dead skin cells of this manta ray.
I want to try to get on top of it, and I want to try sitting like center on its back.
The rest of you are watching Aoife just like fucking dart off into the sky. What are you guys doing?
I'm debating whether to use my wings or try and levitate like Aoife. I mean, either way, it doesn't matter, so I guess I'll just fucking use my wings rather than having to focus on anything else.
I'd like to basically imagine a couple of horses appear next to me.
So you imagine a couple of horses, but the horses look very similar to the original unicorn that Erwin and Aoife willed into existence the first time that they touched.
Okay. Do they seem like first of all, do they seem intelligent? Like, do they seem to like acknowledge me, or are they just kind of like?
They're
acting
animals.
just- Okay.
Yeah,
Do they seem docile?
they do.
Are they wearing saddles?
They are not.
Can they now be wearing saddles?
They're wearing saddles.
I love the dream realm.
I'm going to mount one and try to hopefully use this to get a little bit more speed so we can, now that I know that I can literally just make things appear.
So you wizard up two beautiful unicorns with saddles as you throw your leg over one to mount it. Reins form in your hands as your butt hits the saddle. Aoife, you give me so you're touching the manta ray, or you're trying to get onto the manta ray?
Yes.
Okay. So you sit on the manta ray, and the manta ray starts to turn a much brighter shade of blue. It is shining much more brightly from the ground. You guys see this thing light up the fucking sky.
That's new. Was it supposed to do that?
They can't hear you. You're too
I
far
know.
away from them.
I know, but I thought I'd yell it anyway.
I'm gonna motion for Corvus to jump on the other one, and I'm gonna continue to head east.
Okay. So you guys start heading east at a much higher rate. I still need you to roll me a D.
Yeah. There's the 9 again.
So Aoife, you're sitting atop this giant manta ray, and Erwin, you're flying, I'm assuming. Corvus and Caesar are galloping on their unicorns, and you see them pop into a dream bubble. You guys are not in that dream bubble. Corvus and Caesar, you are outside of Old Bumpy's cabin.
Okay. Do we see Old Bumpy?
If you look through the windows, you see that he is on the floor with a young boy, like playing like with toys.
I'm back.
Interesting. What race is the boy?
He appears to be a dwarven boy.
Oh.
Okay. You're flying, and me and Corvus just entered a bubble without you guys.
Got it.
Yeah, Orin is. We're assuming this is Orin. So how old is Bumpy in this stream?
He is younger, but not a whole lot. Orin looks younger than he was in his physical form. He looks probably to be Orin, how old are you in your physical form?
In my physical form?
Yeah, like in reality.
I don't know, like 16, 17.
Okay, he looks about 10 here.
Sweet.
Okay. I'm going to kind of knock on the door. To like just knock on the door, basically.
You knock on the door, and Old Bumpy opens the door. And you see Orin beside him, clinging on to his.
Question: because Bumpy's looking in my direction, is Orin faded?
Orin is Orin. Like, this is actually Alex's character. So, Alex, if you want to roleplay this, you can.
Oh, so this is Orin's dream.
Oh,
so is Bumpy the one faded?
Bumpy is a little faded.
Ah, okay. I take note of that right away and just go, hello, sir. My name is Caesar. I was just passing by and wondering if you just had some rations. I've been traveling for quite some time with my friend here, Corvus. Also, quick question: did the horses come with us?
The horses did come with you, but you see that their spectral form has turned them into plain brown horses.
Cool, awesome, good to know.
You see that old Bumpy looks down at you, Orin, and says, "What do they look like?"
They look like strangers. Stranger danger.
Well, we've never turned people away before, now have we? Do they look like good people?
I looked at
everyone
it.
except for the back one.
There's only two of us.
Yeah.
So basically, you're saying I look like a good person, but Corvus doesn't.
Yeah.
They all look bad. There's only two of us.
Oh, don't worry about Corvus. I have him under my watchful eye. We won't be long. I just needed some. I was just wondering if you could just spare some supplies. We've been traveling for quite some time.
Old Bumpy opens his door wider to you, and you're able to enter Old Bumpy's cabin.
Beautiful place you have here.
You guys are weird.
You're quite an energetic little fellow.
Yeah, what do you want about it? I'll give you a tussle.
What's your name, boy?
I'm Orin. What's your name?
Light bulb goes off in the head. We found
Hey, you think this is the little squirt we've been looking for?
I was that Corvus saying that?
Yeah, I'm assuming he would say something like that.
I elbow him in the side as he says that to cut him off.
Hey, you think this is a little squirt?
So are you guys trying to kidnap me or something?
No, we're just passing by. We're travelers. So Orin, what do you? How old are you, Orin?
I'm 10 1/4.
Oh, you're a big, strong, growing man, aren't you?
I fucking love 10-year-old Orin.
That one quarter is the most important, by the way.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, I completely forgot what you just said, Caesar.
I just said you're a big, strong, growing man, aren't you?
Don't patronize. I know I'm a child.
Well, you're going to be a man sometime soon.
I don't know about that. I've looked into dwarven puberty cycles, and it doesn't seem like I'm going to hit it for a little while.
I look over at Bumpy and just like, puberty cycles, huh?
We teach him about everything, so he's ready for the world.
Yeah, there's 3 dwarven puberty cycles. Did you know that? You must be stupid.
All 3 stages include the beard.
No spoilers. They don't know it yet.
Well, I'd like to learn more about that if you're willing to teach me.
Okay, fine. If I have to.
Gets out a book.
Yeah, I get out like a medical textbook for like medical graduate students. I'm like, all right,
Wow,
here we
starting
go.
young.
Do you really want me to explain
he's a
the
smart
whole
young
thing?
one.
Do you really need me to explain the whole thing, or do you want me to just give you the slim on it?
Why don't you give me the slim on it? Why don't you give me the slim on it first, and we'll talk later.
Well, all dwarves start rocks, and when they get big enough rocks, then they grow a little heart and a bee beard and little horned helmet, and then in stage 2, that's me. We get to grow up and become really strong and powerful and more beardy. But stage 3, let me tell you, things are gonna go pretty crazy then. But it gets a little saucy, so I'm not, all the details.
And lean over to Corvus and go, I like this kid. All right. So, well, anyway, we really should be going. Is there just, do you mind if we have just a couple of, just a day's worth of meals? Do you have that to spare?
Yeah, he gives you some cheese, some bread, and like enough stuff to hold you over for a day.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I, never really introduced myself. My name is Caesar, and this is Corvus. And I make sure I'm looking directly at Orin when I mention my name to try to get him to remember.
Plant that little nugget of knowledge.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
thank you so much for your hospitality, and Orin, continue your studies. I think you're going to be a very smart young man when you grow older.
Yeah, maybe you should brush up too. You don't want to fall behind.
Yes, maybe I should.
So as you are in this dream and you're taking these rations, Caesar, you do have the memory that the only way to get out of a dream bubble is to either wake the person up or kill the person in the dream.
Right.
Oh, with option 2, it'll be hilarious.
Hey, you little dwarven shit!
But you also remember that Orin is magically asleep.
Fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So
You
as
left the
I
house.
as I leave the house, I lean over to Corvus.
I'm gonna make him do it.
Don't kill the poor boy!
I don't like this, but I just realized we may be stuck in this dream if we don't do something.
So you want me to off the little ankle biter?
This could turn out really fucking bad. Because, like, when we meet, like, or in real life, and he sees Corvus for the first time, he's gonna be fucking terrified.
Just, I don't know. I don't want to know how you do it. Let me know when you're done.
So you turn around.
I'm gonna hold on to the horses just in case, like, if the horses get stuck in the dream, I want to make sure the horses come out with us.
You're actually kill dream me?
Dude, we're magically asleep. You can't wake up any other way. We need to kill you in your dream.
You can just scare me awake.
No, we can't. You're magically asleep.
So horrible.
And then my whole soul leaves my body because of it. You die in a dream, you die in life.
So you see Corvus go, man, I really wish I had a bottle of liquor and a rag. And you see that a bottle of liquor and a rag start like manifesting in Corvus's hands. He starts putting the rag into the bottle of liquor, and then he goes, he like winks at the horse and he goes, isn't it great that I can breathe fire? And he breathes fire onto the rag, and he just tosses it over his shoulder into the cabin.
Oh, this started so wholesome.
That's not a guarantee. I thought he was gonna chloroform him and like kill him in his sleep.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna be like, calm in the date, but no.
Oh my god!
He Molotov cocktail the motherfucker.
So we're all gonna tell Nick when he gets back that he Molotov cocktailed. Right?
100%.
The thing is,
with no context.
That's not even a guaranteed kill. You could totally get out of the house.
So
yeah, and dwarves are flame resistant.
Orin,
they're poison resistant.
No, he's a 10-year-old
Like
boy.
spout
He
shit.
thinks he's resistant to flames. Like,
To be fair, this is the 10-year-old boy who said you should brush up. You're a fucking dumbass.
Orin,
Yeah.
so these travelers come into your home. They eat your food and take some food for the road. As they leave, a window cracks and a Molotov cocktail just spews fire everywhere. You see old Bumpy on the floor, blind. He goes, Orin, Orin, what's going on?
Oh, Lumpy, we're on fire! I don't know what to do!
You hear the screams of a child from the
God.
Oh, all I wanted to do was learn!
Bree, I hate you. Why?
The reality of the dream starts to crack and break, and they are plopped back into the glitter with Orin, who is now his normal age, but in spectral form.
My
Oh,
God.
what? Oh, what?
Oh, well, that's an
Hi.
interesting. That's interesting. We've never seen that before. Hello. My name is Caesar. Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, I know. What?
Sorry I had to off you there, ankle biter. I just wanted to save you.
He wouldn't have even known that it had been him. He
What?
just admitted it straight to his face.
What the fuck, Corvus? And you! I heard
Sorry.
you outside! You were the one who said I had to
Orin.
die! God, you two are
You've been-
dicks!
You've been
Do you
in
guys
a
hang
deep-
out with people?
You've been in a deep magical sleep. We would have all been stuck in your dream if we didn't do that.
Oh, yeah.
Orin,
I touched the cauldron. Okay.
We found
I'm
you in the
remembering.
cave. We found you in the cave. We've been trying to wake you up since we found you. This was the only way to get you out of this.
Oh, well, okay. You could have at least
you
tried to
guys
scare
up
me
top
first
in
or
the
something. Please.
guys up top in the sky do see that Corvus, Caesar, and a new, older, or well, normal version of Orin spectrally plop into the glitter.
We
Question:
found him.
Does this version of Orin have his arm?
It does.
Cool.
I haven't noticed that yet. I'm still getting over the fact that I just was
Almost fucking
killed in a
burnt you
by
alive.
two people who actually know me.
Owen's
you
just
don't
gonna,
know
like,
us.
Owen's gonna
So-
like shakily fly down, like still hyperventilating, and just like just crash into the ground.
Oh, hold on. If you guys killed me in a dream, assuming there wasn't any, I didn't dream of any fire. So does that mean that you people have been like manipulating dreams? Where am I? What the? Oh,
Orin,
what?
Orin,
What?
calm down.
Oh,
Calm down.
oh,
Calm down. Calm down.
What?
Calm down.
Okay. Oh.
Take a breath.
Oh,
Take a breath.
we're in the veil. We're in the
Yes.
veil, aren't we?
We are in the veil.
Oh.
We were just in a dream that you must have been having during this whole deep magical slumber you've been in. You've been trapped in there for a couple of days now.
I have my arm back. Oh my
and
god.
I am not actually a high elf.
I am a golden retriever.
Things are strange here in the Vale. Right?
Okay, but
Everything's
you
fine.
guys manipulated my dreams. So does that mean you guys have been manipulating other people's dreams?
Yes, we have. We just figured out we can do that. We can, when we're in someone else's dream, we can manipulate it to get us closer to the core. We're trying to get to the core.
Oh, okay. So you're trying to find the calendar, right?
Correct.
All right, let's get going. What are we waiting for?
All right. Something that I did notice now that we found Orin, the two of you, while you were up there, did not go into this dream bubble, but we did while we were on the ground. Perhaps flying is a better option?
Maybe.
Ethan's face just lights up.
I'd like to essentially summon 3 more horses and then turn all 5 of them into Pegaside.
Okay.
All right.
We get unicorns.
Yeah, these look very similar to the unicorns that you had created. They are completely spectral, the same way that the first unicorn was beautifully glittering, except these all have wings.
Owen's just gonna give Aoife the side eye, like, These look very familiar. Do you think maybe the one from before was brought from here?
Most likely.
This Dreams place keeps popping up here and there and everywhere.
I don't know if this place has the concept of time, but for our sake, we're wasting time. We need to get going. We found Orin. We need to figure out how to get out of here.
Hi, Oren.
Hi.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, Erwin. Erwin. Orin. Aoife. Orin. Aoife.
Hi.
Aoife, Erwin, Corbus, and me. Okay, got it. Hi. You people are also here? I don't. So, how did. What? I've got a couple questions here. But you said we don't have to. Okay, let's go. I'm sorry.
I'll answer.
You're best off asking him. We don't know any answers.
All your
I should
questions will
point
be
towards
answered soon.
Caesar.
Here, make sure you're flying towards me. I'll explain on the way.
Okay. Will do.
So
I mount my winged unicorn and take off.
you can now go 3 squares in one, like, so do you want to move it 3 squares towards where you're going?
Yeah. On the way, by the way, I'm basically just gonna peas and carrots everything that happened from finding Orin in the cave up until this point to Orin, just to catch him up to speed because he's been kind of preoccupied in a happy dream about when he was 10 for the last
Until he got burned alive.
Until you guys fucking killed me.
So, Caesar, what happened in that dream that you had?
Don't worry
Oh,
about it.
he didn't tell you?
Don't worry
Corbus?
These
about it.
guys, they straight up killed me. Straight up
They-
killed me, bro.
But you look
Huh?
okay. You're alive. You're alive right now.
Anyway,
Yeah,
let's
I
move
am
on.
now.
I'm just gonna like.
What did
I'm just
you
gonna kind of
do?
like. I'm gonna kind of like kick the spurs and get the horse to start flying a little faster.
Give me everyone that is up top. Give me a perception.
Should be all of us.
Lead over to Ethan and Erwin.
Just for flavor, I'm going to attempt to sniff the air with this one, and then realize my heightened sense of smell is no longer with me.
Where is my character sheet? There it is.
He found it. Yay!
Haha, I'm learning.
You're whispering that to me, Alex, by the way.
How do I unwhisper?
Up top, there should be a 2GM and public button,
Oh,
but that's okay. I'll take the
thank you.
floor.
Oh, you had to out him like that.
There's a nat 1, of course. So
I have nothing but glitter in my eyes.
Caesar, you are looking out at the horizon, really trying not to pay attention to this conversation. And Aoife, you are looking out just. Do you want to keep riding the manta ray, or do you want to ride one of the horses?
Oh, I assumed the
Manta
manta ray
ray.
took off.
Okay, the manta ray takes off then. And you're on the horses. You're looking out over the glittering dunes of the Vale. And you and Caesar both notice something up ahead. There is more glitter in the air going forward than there was going backward.
What do you mean?
Like there's more just like kicked up glitter, like in front of you than there is behind you.
Does it look like? Can I make out from here if we can get either over it or below it?
It doesn't look like you could get over it or below it. It looks like it's straight up just like in there.
Are we about to hit a giant tidal wave of glitter?
No, it's not like solid like that. It's still sparse and you could definitely still fly through it, but it is a substantial amount compared to the none that was in the air before.
I'm going to
his satchel and uses it like a scoop.
I'm going to call to the party to kind of lower altitude just to be safe in case we have to make an emergency landing, but still keep flying.
Okay. Move me 3 more blocks.
I'm gonna lean over to Ethan, Erwin, and do you guys know who you're running with? Because they killed a child, and that was me, and now I'm being held hostage by you people.
Oren, I'm gonna level with you. For the longest time, we didn't know Corvus was called Corvus.
Oh, so like they're really not trustworthy from the start.
Cease is perfectly fine. Corvus, I have reservations about.
So give me a perception check, all of you, at disadvantage.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Let me get 2 nat ones this time.
Rip.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
dang. I rolled such a high
God, look at
number
all
for
these
that first
great
one.
rolls.
I can see.
Look at all these great rolls on the other end.
It could have been so good.
Well, you guys didn't do anything to protect yourself from the damn glitter. So the glitter's really getting into your eyes, and you're not able to see much. Oren, as you are looking down, you can just barely make out small amounts of light that are coming from the ground, as though someone on the ground is spell casting.
Oh. Guys, there's somebody down there. Should we try and get there? Look at the light.
So I'm gonna finally be smart enough to will goggles over my eyes.
Amen to that.
Aviator goggles over my eyes.
Oh, hell yeah. Gotta be
So,
stylish.
I'm doing that, and now that I have that, can I make an Arcana check to see what spells are being try to see if I can identify what spells are being cast?
Sure. So you can't tell what spells are being cast, but now that you have goggles on, you look down and you can see that through this storm of glitter, you can see that there are 2 well-formed armies that are on the ground, because you guys are so far up, but you came down in altitude. You see that there are many, many, many of those ghastly beings that you saw coming out of Erwin's mouth and the things that were in the cave where Orin was kept. And they're fighting against some form of spellcasters.
These are like full-on armies.
Like hundreds of thousands of these things.
Okay.
Yeah, not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
I was drastically wrong. Please go the other way.
Guys, try to raise up in altitude. Let's try to hide in the clouds.
Why do I feel like that stuff down there is not good?
My guess is we're watching some sort of a war between the Terai and the Core.
Yeah, that sounds about right. They're always fighting,
That
yang,
worries me
good versus
profusely.
evil.
That worries me since one of them came out of my fucking mouth.
Oh yeah, that's a bad sign. You're gonna die.
Yeah.
What? I'm fucking with you. I have no clue.
You can't just say that. I just met you.
Oh, you're gonna be a fun person to talk to. I can be sure of that.
So you guys start raising in altitude. Do you want to move the party token another 3?
Yeah.
Yeet.
You guys successfully make it out of the glitter cloud. And as you guys are, roaming over these hills, in the distance, you can see a beautiful emerald-ish, green crystals cityscape. In the
Welcome to
and below you, if you can make never mind, I'm just gonna tell you. Below you see a single Kalishtar fighting off 4 of those nightmaric things that you had seen of the army of before.
That's a number that I'm willing to put my faith into. I'm going to call out and say, "Hey, we should help that person."
As we're going down to help, can I just do a quick comparison between Aoife and the Kalishtar on the ground, just to be like, huh?
not comparison. He's still not sure.
I'm not convinced.
So, I mean, Aoife, for all intents and purposes, when she doesn't have her wings out, looks human, other than a faint glow. The person down there has the same faint glow, is holding a staff, and seems to be glowing with this like these blue tattoos that kind of like glow slightly all over his body.
Oh, I'm not noticing any tattoos on Aoife.
So I'm going to I'm going to basically look back to the party to get a visual cue of like, so are we doing this?
Hell yeah. Dive
And I'm
bomb,
gonna-
dive
Yes.
bomb,
I'm
dive
gonna literally like dive in to go swoop in to help fight off these creatures.
We all
Okay.
make the sound of like World War II bombers dive bombing.
I'd be like way behind you guys and be like, oh, I really don't know what I just got myself into.
So as we're
That
diving,
can't be good.
when I feel that I'm at a safe enough distance, I'm going to leap off of the unicorn and just go superhero landing, superhero landing, superhero landing.
You superhero landing down, and glitter disperses around you as you land. Everyone else also lands, and you have grabbed the attention of everyone that was fighting. This
I do
is
more of a like I let the unicorn like swoop down really low and I jump off when I'm at a safe distance kind of thing and just like stand there all like anime protagonist style, just like not even anime protagonist style, just like that one anime character who's always like standing with his feet completely together and he like tilts the glasses up as he's holding his spell book kind of thing.
I'm gonna like do a flyover overhead, then just like swoop down and like flap my wings downwards and blow up a load of glitter.
Corvus just falls.
Owen bursts out laughing.
I feel like it's all that. It's all that. Like Orin probably does some cool like landing thing, getting his tools ready to go fight, and then Corvus goes to do like a fun like somersault kind of thing. But when he hits the sand, there's not enough traction on the sand, and he ends up just like face planting.
I meant to do that. See, I really like this stuff. It's great.
That would just need someone to. That would just need someone to go. Omae wa hoshii.
So this is actually Ant's character. So we're gonna stop here. But we will pick this up here next session.
Oh boy!
Yes.
Nice.
I
But-
agree.
Awesome.
This is the best encounter, best thing I've ever.
I'm
This is so much.
so
This is
happy.
so much fun. Also, I'm really happy not only that in-character Caesar figured it out, but also out of character that Andrew figured it out.
Literally, Andrew. Like
Proud of myself.
the second you started getting really excited, I was like, "He found it. He's figured it all out."
Yeah, it was because it was that moment of like we were going there, and I was like, okay, the weed guy. We were in the middle, so it was kind of a neutral dream, and then all these things, and then like the moment we turned a nightmare into a happy thing and started going the other way, I was like, oh, wait a second, we've evolved with the try because the try are nightmares, and then these are the core is the good dreams. Yeah.
So I'm hoping that next month we can do September 19th if that works for y'all.
That's
Solid
my
for me.
birthday.
Okay, do you want to do the 26th then? Or because you probably have plans, right?
No, I don't.
Okay, well then the 19th it is.
Well, happy birthday to you! You got a D&D session.
Birthday party for Alex.
Birthday party for me!
Y'all, I'm gonna drink that session. We should all party it up with
Yeah.
Alex.
Oh
Yeah.
Alex, are you gonna be in Jersey for your birthday, or are you gonna stay in PA?
I have no clue. Well, find out.
All right. Well,
I'm
if you're,
definitely drinking
if you're
for that.
staying in PA, then I'm going to your house for the weekend.
Yo,
I made that.
let's do it.
I'm spending your birthday with you.
I'll be there in spirit.
Well,
That'd be
thank
nice.
you guys for showing up. I'm happy you enjoyed it.
Thank
I
you
was
for
a little
running
worried about like a full RP session, but I know it's been
Nah.
a little heavy on the combat. So.
Honestly, that was super fun. I loved that.
I really enjoyed
Told
that.
you many
Oh,
times
yeah.
before. RP is my favorite part of D&D.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's
an RP
super fun.
session where I'm not limited by the standard mechanics of the game, where I can just make things happen.
Yeah.
And I was like, we come to D&D for the trauma. Why would
Yeah,
The trauma
like-
of burning a child alive.
I was kind of
Did you really
thinking of
appreciate it?
Molotov. Like, I was trying to think of like Corvus Flare. Like,
Very
That's
true.
the right flare. Just terrifying.
I do appreciate how Orin just forgave us so quickly. Like, once he realized that we were in the what are we in? What are we in?
the Veil.
The Veil.
The Veil.
Once he realized we were in the Veil, and I explained, like, you've been in a deep slumber, it was the only thing we could do. He's just like, oh, okay, yeah, no, that makes sense.
You've still got to have reservations about us, at least.
But no,
At least
I
about
think
Corvus.
that Corvus. I think Corvus and Caesar are pretty fucked up because Caesar's like the one who called it the hit on me.
in
wow.
Caesar's defense, he said, "I wish I didn't have to do
Wish
this."
I didn't have to do this. Like,
Yeah, but so do gangsters. They kill people.
Yeah, but gangsters don't actually give a shit. They just say that to
Man.
save face.
look, man, Caesar's lawful neutral. Like, I had a job to do. I had to.
Caesar's just like, there is a job, kill the child.
But that's the thing, though. The rules of the world are you need to kill the person to wake them up, and I'm gonna follow those rules because it's what I need to do.
Yeah, but that makes Orin real suspicious. I'm just like, this is fucked up, dude.
It's okay. Once Orin meets Caesar's true form, I'm sure everything will be better. Because
Or more confusing.
Or more confusing. That's true. That is legitimately my favorite GIF of all existence because of how perfect it is. It's just straight up yeet Simba, and then all the animals
Oh man, this turned out so much better than I thought it would.
Rain, I feel like I haven't made you laugh like that in a long time. That felt good.
So we're in agreement that we're telling Nick that he
killed the child.
Seduced a big titty goth girl and killed a child, and not tell him any of the context until he watches the.
Yeah.
I think you should say that instead of just kill Molotov cocktail the child.
Bring up a 10-year-old.
We'll give him nothing except that GIF.
just imagine hearing that. It's like, man, what a good session I missed.
Well,
This
you
was
can
fucking
catch it on YouTube.
Hell yeah. Oh
On
yeah,
YouTube.com.
But I am going to get going. But thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for being
Thank
great
you
and
for being a DM.
participating and just leaning into the weird. I always appreciate it.
Yep,
All right.
a second.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.